Hey, what is happening, guys? This is Lineage8 coming at you with another video. So today I'm actually going to be talking about The Quiet Man, and like the main theme of the song says, oh, what to say about this game. I love this game, but yeah, a lot of people do say that it is the most disappointing game of 2018. I don't think it's the most disappointing game of 2018. I'm not saying it's the best game of 2018. I know there's a lot of people who don't like this game, and honestly, I like this game. Now, before I start with this video, I am not sponsored whatsoever by Hammerhead Studios or even Square Enix, even though I cover their games mostly on my channel. I just want to say, I don't think it's fair to call The Quiet Man the worst game of 2018, the most disappointing game of 2018. In fact, I feel that it is one of the most unique games of 2018. Now, that is not to say it's a good game, that is not to say it's a bad game. This game is everything in between of everything. And let's be honest, this may be a deaf man in the game, but oh boy, when there's music, there's music. I love that song. Anyway, that is just beautiful music, and that's what I'm trying to actually implement. Maybe this game is giving us messages that we cannot understand, and even the creators did say it's a very unique game, and they can't even compare it to stuff. But when you search the Quiet Man theme, which is the main song, you actually see my channel just over Jamitsu, which is pretty cool. I mean, it means Latin's one of the few people who actually covered the game, and I'm pretty happy about that. Not gonna lie, I actually shedded a tear for that. God, that's a beautiful thing. But more into important stuff. When you search The Quiet Man, for some reason that movie from 1952 comes out, known as The Quiet Man. I did not watch this movie, so why does it keep coming up? And the reviews, yeah, they were not very good about our one that we are talking about. It's very bad. However, we do read what is The Quiet Man. So The Quiet Man is an action adventure beat 'em up video game for PlayStation 4 and Windows, developed by Square Enix and Human Head Studios. The game was marketed by Square Enix as being playable in one sitting, which is very true. The game's story is told through a lengthy full motion video sequence, some of which feature live action actors inserted between the gameplay sequences, and it features a deaf protagonist, which is reflected by having most of the events except the opening and ending scenes having muted sounds. And of course, there is no subtitles, regardless of the setting being a deliberate choice from the developers. However, this was all restored within an update, so once you finish the Quiet Man first playthrough, in the second playthrough you will be able to see the subtitles as well as the sound. But The Quiet Man was critically panned upon its release, with the complaints stemming from the issues with the story, the underdeveloped gameplay sequences, and the lack of commitment displayed towards the deafness gimmick, with the inconsistent portrayal of the protagonist's deafness and the game cinematics being realized in a sound film way. They wouldn't work without sound like a proper silent film would. Now, actually, I do agree with one thing. Dane does not seem, the main character Dane, when you play through the game, it doesn't even seem if the man is deaf or whatever, cause he will still talk. He'll still know what people are saying when they don't even use hand gestures. So yeah, I just agree with that. Other than that, I do like the game. Now this is a little bit more information. Developed by the talented Human Head Studios, with a scenario written by Joe Kelly. If you don't know Joe Kelly, he is from Man of Action Entertainment, for Ben 10, Mega Man Fully Charged, Generation Rex, and the team and characters of Big Hero 6. The Quiet Man delivers a thrilling story and character-driven experience with an undertone of film noir. Now that is what I actually like about this game. It is not a current type of game. It is basically a game where you feel you are within classic drug lord territory. Now of course that has nothing to do with the main story, you know, the drug lord part. No, I'm just saying that this game feels like you are going into an old noir times, back within 1929, and you don't get the silent vibes from it. There is of course modern day twists such as cars and all that, but do not expect, you know, free roaming or, you know, side quests. No, it is a linear story. I'm gonna say that straight. It is the most linear story I think you could ever get. However, that is not to say it is a bad linear game. In fact, I'm happy it is so linear. There's legit only one path to go. And that is actually where the other senses of the Quiet Man actually gets into play, because Dane's actually, the screen actually vibrates when you go near the place where you're supposed to go, when there's like a door or something and you don't know where to go. And that actually could be implemented for Dane's other senses, such as his feelings. Now, I have done a lot of research on this, and this interview has so much of information. This is actually from Geek, and it is basically when Kenshi Fujinaga, who is the beautiful mind behind this beautiful game, he actually teamed up with the man of action himself, Joe Kelly. Now, of course, Kenshi Fujinagi is a Square Enix game producer, but he still wanted to make an own indie game, and Joe Kelly is the guy who brought you Deadpool. And when I saw the first teaser for The Quiet Man, I did get that Daredevil vibe to it, but instead of a blind guy, you were a deaf guy, and I actually feel that, you know, that's very unique, and I don't think it has ever been done before. But if it has, please let me know in the comment section down below. So first off, Geek asked, what is The Quiet Man all about? Kenshi Fujinagi actually simply said, The Quiet Man is the strangest game from Square Enix ever. Though it has Square Enix's name on it, it's very indie minded. It's a 3-hour game that costs only $15. It is one continuous, immersive, playable, cinematic experience as a whole. Players can expect some action elements like combat in it. That's the basic premise. And then Geek actually asked this question, can you compare it to any other game? Then my boy Kenshi Fujinagi simply said, I don't think so. Ha. 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 I'm sorry if my laugh is bad. Let me know in the comment section down below if my laugh was bad. But it's like nothing else, and that's what I really do like in this interview. He actually admits it's like nothing else. And truth be told, love it or hate it, it is a very unique game. You have to admit it. If you hate the game, do you hate a game that you always play, or do you hate a game that is so unique? Now, one thing I do like in this interview is when Geek actually speaks about, you know, the sound, how does a deaf character actually affect the game. Kenji Fujinaga actually says that it is one of the most important things for the sound design. He actually simply says stuff like, the sound design, they tried not to simply make the game silent or mute it all the way. They wanted to have a version of a lot of unique sounds. Dane does not hear things, but he has a lot of information like being hit, footsteps, heartbeats, everything. So we try to translate that information into his own way. Instead of having very common, very usual video game sounds, we try to make it more internal. We try to have all the sounds from the things Dane actually physically feels. This is a very unique part of our game. That is very true. In a lot of games we see that red screen when you're about to die. In this one, it's more unique. Then they actually talk about New York and how does it feel and all that. But one of the most important thing is, It sounds like, Dane, restrictions give you the opportunity to do things that you haven't been done before in video games, and JK simply says, yeah, 100%. We were talking about the traditional symbolism of video games and fighting games. That's just gone. There's no health bar, there's no hearts, yet the language of cinema lets you do things that you know when things are going bad. You can tell when you are feeling good at the moment based on the lighting and the things like that. It's really sick. It's very slick. It's very cool. And that is actually where I do agree with them, that it is very different compared to other games. Like, it's not Legend of Zelda with the hearts. It's not games with health bars. You know, even fighting games like Tekken or Street Fighter, they don't have health bars in this game. It's not like Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy. It is strictly nothing, and it doesn't even have that, you know, it does have that blood plane, but it's not like Call of Duty and all that. But then they ask, is a 3-hour length something you planned? KF simply said, I tried to come up with a new formula and a new form of a video game for the industry. Nowadays it feels like every game is the same, like everyone is doing the same thing over and over again. I want to try and come up with a very new balance and how big a game is, and the visual storytelling such from the beginning. It was going to be 3 hours for $15. And yes, this game is almost 40 gigabytes. It's 3 hours, but it's 40 goddamn gigabytes. 38.2 gigabytes for a 3-hour game. I'm not even kidding about this. This is a screenshot right here. Don't mind the trophy. This game is, trophies are hard to obtain, man. This is a big file for a 3-hour game. That's the only thing, one of the few things I hate about this game. This is a huge file for such a small game, but it's fine. The fact that it's only digitally downloadable and I have shit internet with only a few megabytes, and you know, it's very slow. It's a very slow Wi-Fi I got. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is no joke, and I'm currently updating my Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, it's not looking too good. Jeez, it's not looking too good, lads. It's very bad, very bad. I need better internet. Anyway, it simply says Fujinaga explains that this game is by no means a AAA production, and he has a small development team as well. Square Enix is a large company, and this makes it harder to take risks. He also understands that players really enjoy big budget heavy experiences. However, he looked up to the creative spirit found in various indie games, and though that making a game like this wouldn't be bad, so he decided to actually gather up a small amount of stuff and make the game within a limited budget. The boss fights are very unique, but one of the things I must say, he looks pretty good in a hoodie. So if you're looking for a game that is very different compared to other video games, I do suggest you give The Quiet Man a go. But the live action very well made, the CGI very good, the transition between CGI and live action at certain points it's very good, but you know, they can improve on it. One thing I am hoping about this game is the fact that they further continue on with this. I know that a lot of people may not like The Quiet Man, but it is a game I feel will have a lot of cult following, and honestly I'm fine with that, and I really do want there to be DLC or even a sequel. Yes, a sequel to The Quiet Man, like A Quiet Man Part 2 or The Deaf Man. Though I don't know what they could do, but I don't know. I think like with all the stuff at the end of the game, there is a lot of stuff they can do, and there's a lot of tease even after the second playthrough. And yes, there's two playthroughs. The first playthrough is completely soundless, so once you finish the first playthrough, you'll unlock sound for the second playthrough. Now the reason why they did this was so you could interpret it in your own way, and that is very unique. You will actually figure out what the story is on your first playthrough, what you like, and then what will happen in the next playthrough when they actually reveal the entire story. And one thing I really like about this game is the fact that it is so emotionally connected to a lot of people. I can honestly say, after I finish the game, I am emotionally attached to this game. I love this game. The song is beautiful. I know a lot of people hate this game, but I don't believe in such a thing as a bad game. Yes, there are bad game choices, but there's no such thing as a bad game. I just simply think that it's a game that can be improved on. However, guys, that is it for this video. Please let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about The Quiet Man? If you play The Quiet Man, if you're going to play The Quiet Man, let me know in the comment section down below. Please leave a like, helps me a lot. Comment down in the comment section down below what you guys think. Share with friends, because sharing is of course caring. And most importantly, subscribe to become a fellow lightning bolt. Anyway, guys, that is it for this video, and as always, this is Lightning Shade. Blaze out.